Hey guys, how you doing? Baldi here with another video about trading in hopes of progressing as a neophyte trader and making some profits alongside the downsides of world of trading. I am here to show you how this market is, how this uh, whole thing is going on. Plus, I'm not promoting any sort of financial advice or I am not selling any sort of packages to tell you how to trade, to train you, because I'm a newbie. I'm just here to document my trading journey, the strategies that I'm using, and how, in general, how a newbie trader does the job and learns and overcomes the obstacles. So, life is pretty hard. I'm not here to make it any harder for any of you guys because it's you and your life and your characteristics and your personalities that how shape you and your decision making. And I am here today to tell you my biggest problem as a trader right now is that I'm a highly emotional person. However, I try to show myself as a stoic person. But problem is that when I put my skin inside the game, it just goes south. Everything in trading goes south for me. Plus, after a few couple of hundred tries out of trading, I noticed that no matter what, I tend to uh, do overall good trading. Basically, what we're doing as traders is to anticipate the price, and I just realized that if we happen to survive long enough in the market, we finally gonna be able to catch some movements that are beneficial to us, and alongside remaining in the market gives us the opportunity of training ourselves like I'm doing right now, and I'm recording the whatever is being put in front of us, like recording videos, trading, money management, risk management, studying books about money management and stuff. And situation is that the sole purpose of survival is not enough in this market. It's that you gotta put some sort of a skin, mental, physical as not typically the physicality I'm talking about, but I'm talking about the money. Putting the money inside the market, one way or another, make yourself the obliged to take the trades, becoming better, handling the risks, and yeah, it's just what we can expect from each other, from ourselves. Actually, sorry, my English is pretty rusty. And thing is that if we tend to not take the trades because we are fearful of the situation, well, a common sense says that we shouldn't take the trade. But hey, that happens a lot, especially for us new traders in early years. Like for example, we see around, I don't know, around, this is a pure exemplary thing here. If we see around 100 entry points and opportunities to enter the market and make profit or make loss, okay, We are so fearful of that tiny bit of skin that we have in the game and in the market to be lost, to be invalidated, and to be liquidated that we do not take any action. And that inaction over time, in my opinion, makes us not to makes us not to want to try anymore in a creative way, and stepping outside our uh, comfort zone and safe zone to mess around the topics that we have learned. Why accumulation happens, why distribution happens. Okay, what are the different types of the distribution that, for example, ICT, as my mentor, as my digital mentor, talked about? He introduced 4 different kinds of distribution. Oh shit, we got 6 total kinds of distribution. Why didn't he talk about those too? I don't know. Instead of getting mad or setting yourself back, try to get to know those two, for example, situations in the market and situations like those. You do not understand those. For example, the moment that a person has who has experienced the setbacks or the problem and sort of solved the thing in the market and gained knowledge and acknowledged the situation for himself or herself, it becomes easy. Once you solve a riddle, it becomes super fucking easy. For example, in fair value gaps, if we mind the fair value gaps here, for example, my brain, in case doesn't if it doesn't know what a fair value gap is, and it doesn't know what a fair value gap is, it being existed actually, and what's the purpose of this object, I gotta make round IDK like 100 trades, 200, 500, or 1,000 trades just to realize that there is an imbalance of price in the market. And that imbalance is often referred as to fair value gap. Not solely an imbalance, because it has a name called fair value gap. But I'm saying the moment you realize there's a thing for it, you better put a name on it. Okay? And because you're developing a system, you need to name those phenomena that you are facing daily, and kind of discovering or rediscovering. Rediscovering is a great thing in trading, in my opinion, because there are too many patterns. For example, yesterday I was trading a range, okay, and that range pretty fucked me up here. Okay, I was long around here as long as I remember, and market decided to go down, make a new low, okay, near this fair value gap and order block, and just pave its way upwards and just hunt this side, and then get back down here, make a new low here. You know what I'm saying? It's all on you. Once that we have made this new low, new short-term low here, and we break through this sell side here, okay, we are moving towards a new liquidity run, or a liquidity zone, or a high significance zone, in my opinion. So what's the situation here? We got a low here. We registered a new lower low than this. Okay, once we filled, yeah, we got back up and got a fair value gap, got an order block, reacted to all of those, and now it's paving its way. We have a market structure shift around here. It traded inside the fair value gap, is increasing its volume and going higher, and stuff like this. Okay. After 3 or 4 years of trading, I just realized that it doesn't matter what topic you're studying as a trader. And I mean, if you're studying Albrechts, if you're studying ICT, if you're studying RTM, VICA, whatever the fuck it is, and you are noticing alongside all those yellow news and fake gurus out there that are prompting and promoting their fake profits and successes, you somehow realize that, oh shit, the method that I'm working with is working. Somehow, some people are able to handle profits, handle losses, and this gives you a security over your feelings, over the uncertainty of the market and stuff like stuff like can I open a position? Can I be a profitable trader? What if I just lose 10 trades or 20 trades in a row, no matter what I'm doing? Well, all the answer to these questions are being made or coming up the moment you begin to trade, begin to accumulate experiences, you know, knowing that one market that you're trading, for example, this gold market that I'm trading, it's a seriously tricky motherfucking market. Once you know that price is climbing or declining, whatever, the moment you fucking acknowledge the price, it just tends to move the opposite direction of your opinion out of sheer compassion. I see the one said that market is a cruel lover, you know. It takes whatever you have. No matter what you learn, no matter what I learn, I have realized that I have to only manage the money I make. The first trade that I make here, and I did trail a stop here, as you remember, I guess. I hope it's the right screenshot here. I moved, this was the take profit, yeah, and this was the stop loss. The moment that this price, you know, tried to show itself, show a sign that it is kind of sitting right here in these areas, I decided to trail that stop, not here, not here, but to inside the profitable zone to make it kind of break even. So what happened? Price reset it, yeah, reversed, went back up, conquered all of these motherfuckers, you know. It was 41.96. What's the price right now? It was around here, right? Got down, got up. And see that? Another 24 hours gone by and the price gone down towards my destination for 41.83, right? Even lower than what I've expected. So, for example, it's just mentally challenging and mentally damaging kind of state that you get yourself into, you know, like you can predict the price, you can see where it's going, you can anticipate the movements with a sheer precision, okay? But the moment you begin to trade, you forget that, oh shit, this movement here is happening over for a reason. Why don't I wait so I get to here and open a short trade to here? Majority of the time, us new guys open a trade around this price level, this market, and set a stop loss around here, and this market just fucks the shit out of us, you know? Okay, if we had a stop loss, it was triggered. The moment it was triggered, it falls down. You know, the high amount of mental fatigue that you could accumulate over the years, and not even years, months of trading, just by fucking yourself up and setting yourself up to failure by not simply waiting and only relying on your feelings. That's just uh, a bad scenario for a person just who is starting and struggling with money itself. I as a trader am kind of the person who is struggling to save money. The moment I get money, because I have no income, because I have no profits in my pockets, I have needs to be satisfied. For example, I need to go to barbershop, have a haircut, those basic fundamental motherfucking needs that you gotta do at least a month or two just to be, incorporated in human societies. However you incorporate inside the society, but you get what I'm saying. Besides these needs that you need to pay some bills, for example, your cell phone's bills, your haircut, a little bit of your food, you go on a impulsive rampage like money fuckery kind of buying from stores, and you're buying items that you don't need. I'm like that. Majority of people are like that, and they do not know how to overcome that situation. And it is just willpower. For example, if this is a sweet or a candy that I cannot eat or I shouldn't eat, well, it's clear you should not eat. But what happens? Your brain spams the urge so fucking many times that you feel defeated before even you take the decision that you are defeated or not. That's where meditation comes in. It allows you to experience a little bit of no momentum with your brain. Like, it doesn't deactivate your brain, but it actually seriously activates your brain, but makes your thoughts to shut the fuck up. What happens when you are not worried about your mother's death, your father's sickness, or you're hungry a little bit? What happens that you have total or semi-total, half a 50% of the, not even 50%, 30% of thought control in your brain. Your brain shuts the fuck down in a negative way. It shuts the negative ways down, and you tend to decide better. That's where meditation and psychology comes in. And what I'm struggling is the psychology side of the trades, because no matter what I'm saying, I talk about, okay, for example, I say that this price from here moves higher. Then I cancel myself out in middle of talking why this price is moving higher over some fact that, okay, this might fall down here, might not continue, because this market, this lifestyle is full of probabilities. You cannot rely on certainties. You are not an inside trader who gets the news first, who gets the signals, who gets the, I don't know, however the kind of fucking data that those motherfuckers get that make millions in minutes and hours. Okay, you ain't that. You gotta watch out for what you're doing. Okay, for example, I'm an Iranian person. Okay, every $1 equals to 120,000 units, comparing to one fucking dollar. Okay, which means that you can buy a kilo of a chicken, farm raised, barn raised chicken, top quality, around $2 a kilo maximum. But I fucking struggle to get that chicken. Why? Because each kilo versus around 200,000 units of my national currency. The currency that I am working and making money and having some a specific amount of income based on it, based on that. And when it comes to risk management, you gotta put those inside your fucking skull. For example, if you're trading a prop firm account, hey, 1% of a 100K account is around $1,000. Who gives a fuck about it if you lose it? But if that is your money and you are using that 1%, you are going to fuck yourself and your fucking neighbors over. You're gonna dig everybody's graves to get that $1,000 back in your fucking account. And what happens? You overtrade and other side effects of mental fatigues in trading. Okay? So what happens here when we talk about problems? My major problem is risk management and the psychology side of the market, because I can predict the market, but I cannot wait and hunt the OTs or optimal trade entries. The thing that I explained here, actually. And that's the fucked up part, actually. For example, if this is me trading a real account, not a prop firm account, and I'm on, I don't know, 1 hour chart, and I see that this exact position that price is being set here is where the price is intending to go higher and hunt these liquidity sides here. And I would open a trade right here. I'd guess that what's the worst case scenario? The very first worst case scenario is that the price would retrace or even reverse to this price level, or even lower to this order block that is few hundred, around 100 pips of movement below this. So I begin to calculate that how many pips I'm far behind this motherfucker, or this, okay, to the safe zone. If you wanna be safe, seriously safe, you gotta put this shit around here, right? Okay. 2,841 pips. If this is my stop loss, if I decide that this is my fucking stop loss, not that 2,800. Okay, if I decide that this motherfucker, this price is falling to this much of a, to this level, and it's around 150, 1,500 points, right? What should I do? Well, we should calculate the loss we would take if that we trigger our stop loss, right? So we go around 600 times the leverage that we are using, huh? It's not cryptocurrency, it's forex, guys. If I use less than a lot, which is seriously viable, if I use one total lot, I'd lose around 1.5% of whole account. So cool, right? I do not want to lose 1.5% of an account. So we lower the leverage, right? Depending on the movement that we have. It was around 1,500, close to 1,600, right? So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, based on what have I experienced, I go with half a lot. In case we trigger this stop loss that moves here, we lose $800. We don't want that, right? But why I don't want that? Because this price pushed all these levels here, made an equal high here, and the moment that it filled this near order block kind of situation here, and a mitigation block kind of situation also. It is falling down and it is near a swing low where it should have gone higher highs rather than new lower lows actually, which is showing me without even taking a look at the volumes, right? That it is not viable to open a trade here because of this typical behavior that it is shown to me. Okay, I risk a lot just to make a little, and that is not viable. I hope my words are making sense to you, and I wish you a lot of luck. I might be opening a trade today, but depends on actually, because we have important news coming our way today, and it is around, let me see, 9:30, and the news is coming out today, December 10th at 1400 in the noon. So I imagine that we would have a seriously sharp movement, because look at this. Federal fund rate, FOMC alone makes the markets move. Holy shit. We got federal fund rate also. Good. Let's take a look at this, huh? Price here. So, okay, let's start at this one. Okay, the actual happened to be lower than, and yeah, employee cost index, I guess great. If it goes greater than this, it's good for dollar index. So that's why gold rallied up here, and good for I guess we get that greater thing for forecast today, because United States is increasing its, I don't know, money value, fund rates, whatever. I'm terrible at those what do you call slangs. That's bad. IDK, what was I saying before the pause? But whatever. So yeah, we are going to have a bloodbath. See, I wanted to open a long here in hopes of achieving to this price level, but what are we getting? Lower lows, because nobody fucking knows why is this algorithm is deciding to go this way while it was bullish. Well, we can anticipate or guess that, oh shit, okay, might be this price has an unfulfilled destination or reason. For example, a stop loss, a liquidity hunt, or liquidity pool to pay a visit to. However it is, okay, it's not our job to realize this. In my opinion, it's one of the few things that I have learned. It's our job to read the narrative and the context here, and to see, for example, as you saw and heard what I was saying, that this price level is not trusted because it's pushing down and it's near a low, newly registered low. It might test, retest, or even break it to lower price levels. So it's not viable to open a long here. Okay. The thing with trading is that once you want to document the whole journey and talk about your mistakes and problems and shortcomings, and to not to ignore those mistakes in the future, but to use them in the market, is because we are humans and we have these organic brains. We tend to forget the stuff, right? And besides the forgetting stuff, this market alone, guys, this market alone is designed in a way to neutralize the old, the new, and the present methods that people are making money in it. Look at this motherfucker. We need to develop the anticipatory skills. We need to anticipate the price's behavior. Plus, the patience. Patience and saving money and risk management, whatever you call it. These two plus psychology are the things that gonna make you money and make you survive in this crucial, brutal environment, actually. Those are, sorry, we used the crucial word in a wrong location here. But I'm telling you, I am telling you to, uh, you gotta see different forms that this market tends to violate you sexually, mentally, and verbally, and however that it decides to. Okay? And it is your duty, your sole fucking duty to not to give up on it and on yourself. Because this is like learning a language. No matter what the year you are, you always have this uncertainty of the feeling that you have. That, oh shit, today I don't know where price is going. Yeah, everybody is like that. But everybody who is profitable is good at psychology, at risk management, and reading the fucking context. On top of that, they have traded few pairs that they have expertise on it. If we want to wrap this thing up, those motherfuckers who are elites, not even elites, those ordinary people, retail traders that make few couple of thousand monthly and weekly, they have achieved a certain type of self-mastery. And that is our target. I won't take any trade today because it's seriously choppy and I had a semi-rough trade yesterday because of this. I will upload the video to these trades. I uploaded this already, I guess, and done editing and polishing a little bit of the trades here, and I hope you get what I'm saying and understand what I'm trying to indicate here. And let's see what happens, huh? Wish you a lot of luck, a lot of prosperity, and a great time not impairing yourself and shooting yourself on your foot. And have a good one.